Today I'm going to be reading a poem from this book, and it's called I Will. So many things in common, great talks, similar views, I hate it. That is what keeps me from overlooking the boundary you overstepped, manipulating and diluting my reality of what if you change? I hate it. You will not. I will. This is what keeps me different. I love it. So today we're really talking about those boundaries and wanting and how do we set them and all of that fun stuff. So boundaries, of course, are very, very hard to set, but they're much harder, if I can speak, sorry, but they're much harder when you are setting up a new boundary in a new relationship. I think that's very hard because you go years and years and years and you go, okay, wait, that kind of bothered me. Like, I need to set this boundary with this person. So you set this boundary with this person, the person's like, wait, what did I do? Where is this coming from? It's all of a sudden we've been friends for years or been in a relationship for years and what? And they think they're the problem. But it's okay. Because boundaries are so hard to set, and it's okay if it's a little challenging at first because we're always gonna keep learning and growing from them. But once you have someone that keeps overstepping that boundary, it is the most frustrating, hard thing to do because you don't want to just automatically cut this person out of your life because you care about this person and you want things to be better. But if this person is constantly, over and over again, overstepping it, and that's your boundary and your limit, something has to give and something has to change. And it's up to you to decide if you want to remove that person. I vote yes. But it really is up to you if you want to remove that person in your life in order to protect your peace. Because if you have a person that's just constantly overstepping, especially if it's a family members are very hard. What I do when it comes to boundaries is I set those boundaries and I see that they're overstepping these boundaries, I'll make a note of it and I'll tell them and I'll say, oh, I set this boundary. Can we not do that again? And they agree, or they say, okay, and they do it again. Then I take a mental note at that time and I say, okay, now I know how much to share. I know how much time I want to spend with this person. I know now I have to keep them at a distance now because I'm not going to keep putting myself in this uneasy state with this person just so they can feel good about themselves. It's just not what we're gonna do. Especially if you're a person that keeps telling these people over and over verbally that they're overstepping and they just keep doing it. It's literally the same as somebody just continuously slapping you after you say stop, you know? It's something's gonna give at that point. You need to understand and realize that if they're going to overstep you, they're going to disrespect you. There's no in between. So if they can just overstep a boundary, imagine what else they can do that'll hurt you even more. And that's not what we want. So that's why I say it's very important to keep them at a distance and understand that your worth and your time and your energy is way more and even worth more than putting up with the hour or two you have to be around them. Just don't go. They're at the party, don't go. They want to go eat, don't go. There's no point in trying to go and make them not feel bad. Why? Why are we so protective over people who don't deserve it? Why do we care so much about people who don't care about us? Why do we do that? It's just because we feel that there's so many reasons why we feel that, right? But we have to understand that putting ourselves first is what something that is necessary to do. Because if these people, we just keep allowing these people in our lives, they're just gonna keep doing this, and then something else will happen, and something else will happen. It's always gonna be one after another. Like, it's never going to stop unless you set that boundary and let them actually know that it's hurting you. And if they continue to do that, that's not a person you want to be around.